Welcome to the Gloria Show, where personal growth takes center stage. Founder and CEO of Personal Dynamics, Gloria Sloan, shares practical strategies to enrich your life, elevate your mindset, and empower your journey. As she reminds us, ultra-successful people never stop learning, reaching, and growing. Get ready for fresh insights and uplifting inspiration. Here's your host, Gloria Sloan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gloria Show. I am so glad that you're tuning in or that you're watching us virtually. We have a surprise and a great show planned for you today. If you watched the last show, we talked about AI and all the great things that it's doing and how to embrace it, and a number of things that relate to your own personal development and your personal growth. Well, today, our topic is going to expand on that. We're going to talk about AI for personal growth, the technology that helps you become your best self. In this powerful and forward-thinking episode, we're going to explore how artificial intelligence is transforming the way we grow, the way we learn, and the way we evolve as individuals. AI isn't just a productivity tool. It's a companion in self-discovery and clarity, and actually personal excellence. So join us as we break down how AI can amplify your mindset, deepen your self-awareness, accelerate your goals, and support you in becoming the most aligned and empowered version of yourself. From emotional growth and confidence building to practical life strategies and habit formation. We'll uncover this technology today and how it can reshape the personal development landscape. You're going to walk away with a new perspective. AI isn't here to replace the human experience. It's here to elevate it. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a lifelong learner, or someone seeking more direction and fulfillment, this episode will show you how AI can be a meaningful catalyst and a journey to help you become your best self. I am thrilled and excited to have as my guest today, Doreen Harper, someone who I'm just so thankful to work with. She's founder of Ambition, and that was launched in 2004. And she's had a very distinguished career driving innovation across the hospitality, real estate, accounting, finance industries. So she's well informed about work ethics and what's happening and the new trends that's happening. And she is just ready to jump in and give us this information that she has basically grown with. You know, having worked with her over the past few years, I know that she's equipped with being able to grasp and hold on to everything that embraces technology in itself, because she has such a diverse background in it. So please help me welcome my guest today, Doreen Harper.
Hi, Gloria. How are you?
Hi, Doreen. Good to see you on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me back on the show. We're embracing a different topic than we normally do when you have me on the show. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, and I know it's different, it's good, but you can just dive right in and start talking about the topic in itself, because from your own introduction, I just didn't even hit the surface of how well I know that you are so informed about being able to talk about this, because in my opinion, AI is just kind of catching up with you, because, having watched you through the years, you were probably more prepared and ready for the industry to typically just roll this out. Because of your experience, you've already been, in my opinion, playing with it or knowing, yeah, you have. So I think that this is going to be a great opportunity for you to just talk about it. And I know we've got a lot of things that we're going to talk about because I have a lot of questions, even in itself, that I generated that I want to ask. But, I guess the first thing I want to go with is, how you explored the connection between AI and personal development. And I know from working with me as a life coach, and you've heard me talk about a lot of things and the topics and the guests that we've had on the show. But from a personal standpoint, why don't you just get right in and talk about what inspired you specifically to connect AI and personal development?
So I've always believed in personal development, and which is why I so thoroughly enjoy working with you. And I am a lifelong learner myself. Like you said, I embrace technology wholeheartedly. And as AI started evolving, I was using it generically. And I started speaking with other people, and they were like, it's all in the prompt. It's all in how you get out of AI what you put into AI. And before we start talking about the prompts and everything else, I just wanted to dive a little bit into some myths that revolve around AI. AI can be used as a growth catalyst. It is not a replacement for anybody. Many people fear AI because they think it will replace them.
Yeah.
And the real truth is that AI just removes the busy work and allows your own brilliance to come through. It clears a mental and emotional bandwidth by automating repetitive tasks. It gives people more space for their creativity and strategy and rest and personal growth. And so I'm going to invite listeners to do the mind shift that's required in an AI era. And that mind shift is, instead of saying AI is taking over, which you hear a lot, it's that AI is a tool that lets me do more of what matters.
Okay, so we got to shift the mindset.
Shift the mindset, yes.
Shift the mindset. Okay.
Yeah, and the mindset, when you shift it, it's going to help you separate your struggle with using AI, right? And looking at AI as a personal development tool. And for our conversation, we're going to use it as a personal development tool. There's a whole lot of, you can use AI for so many different things. But
so when you're asking the audience to shift the mindset, does that mean kind of like getting away from the fear of what they think that it is? Because we hear so many people who are just really like afraid of AI. They're afraid it's going to take over something that they're doing, because we hear so much about how it's replacing jobs. But for this purpose, we're talking about how AI is going to help you in your own personal growth. So what Doreen is asking is that you shift the mindset and think about personal growth.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm ready.
And so as an AI as a personal development tool can be used to give you daily journaling prompts, guided self-reflection, goal setting and tracking, emotional processing, creates affirmations, and it identifies, thought patterns and learning, and it can also help you learn new skills. You can prompt an AI, ChatGPT, to teach you how to do just about anything if you give it the right prompt. And it also helps you overcome the limiting beliefs about technology. Okay, so a lot of people often are, they're like, I'm not techie, or AI is too complicated. It really isn't. It is really not that. It's like having a conversation with yourself, really. It's having a conversation with yourself. And once people realize that AI is just a conversation tool and not a complex machine, they stop disqualifying themselves, on how they can use AI and everything else like that.
Wow. Okay. So when people are looking at ways to use AI, and maybe you're going to get into this later, but it's just something that in my mind, I'm thinking about how people have to look for all the different types of software. Is that it or just everything you touch? I mean, like when you can Google something and you see AI prompt, I mean, people are using that. I mean, how is it that you get involved into doing some of the things you're doing with the basic AI? Where do people go to get that? And it doesn't cost them anything.
ChatGPT has a free version. Most AI software has a pay version, and it's going to depend on what you're going to utilize the AI for. So for our purposes, we'll use ChatGPT. Okay.
Okay.
If you're looking for creation of videos, you're going to use another type of platform. If you're doing some deep dive research, you'll use Perplexity. So there's hundreds and hundreds of different platforms out there. It all began with ChatGPT, and for our conversation, we're gonna stick with ChatGPT. And what I want everyone to remember is that using AI just strengthens. It does not replace human skills. It strengthens skills, because what you put into AI, that's your voice, your intuitive, your creativity, your empathy, right? And then this is going to go down to creating a prompt that is going to give you what you want out of that prompt. The other flip side to AI, and I just want to bust one more myth, is that using AI is unethical. It's not, if you use it responsibly. And I encourage and urge everybody to use it responsibly. If you're doing a full writing and it's all AI, you just let people know that it's AI generated. Disclose that, asset. If you created graphics, disclose that the graphics are created by AI. I recently was on TikTok, and I don't know if you do TikTok, Gloria, but they have a lot of up and coming artists.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with this song. Oh my God, it was an amazing song. And it's all and it's really a song about, if you don't like who I am, then you can go.
Yeah.
And I went to search for the artist, and the artist was on Apple, but it was an AI generated song.
Yeah.
It was an AI generated song. There's not an artist. Well, there's an artist. Somebody created the song, but they created the song in AI, and it right there, it told you it was an AI generated song.
Yeah, generated song.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you would have heard the song, you would have never.
You wouldn't have thought. So when you're thinking of ethics and using AI, you should let the source know that it's AI generated, or that you're using AI. I recall not long ago, I received something from someone, some kind of invitation or something to do something, and it did say up front that this is AI generated, and it gave me an option that if I was uncomfortable with it, that I could say I would prefer not. So I think ethically, people, when you're looking at using it for certain things, you have to be mindful again of the fact that you have to respect what AI is and what it isn't. And I appreciated the fact that it gave me an option to opt in or say I don't want it. Because like you say, if they're using it for something and it's going to put you out there, you need to know that, because we're hearing so much about something that was generated with AI, even photos. I got something there that you can AI your headshot now.
Absolutely.
Which I thought was really excessive. Oh no, don't let Doreen get a hold of that. She'll have us all again.
Yeah, no. And ironically, I jumped into AI to support my clients.
Yeah,
I'm
I know you
always looking
did. I know you
at ways
did.
to
I
support
know
my
you did.
clients. So I haven't been able to do all of the fun stuff with AI like that. But I have been able to really understand what I can get out of it, and the importance of it. Actually,
Mhm.
it has actually helped free up my time. It's helped with my clients generate content for them,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
using their voice still. So the one thing about AI is that you can give it different personas, right?
Yeah.
And those personas, you teach it to have your voice, to
Right.
you
Yeah.
feed it things that you've written in the past, so
Yeah.
now it understands how you write, it understands how you think, the way that you phrase things. But use it to you should be using AI to support your endeavors, not to substitute anything. And I'll say
Right.
off the bat. But with AI, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
What you're going to get out. So, and you're going to talk about some practical ways that people can use AI. And I know you talked a little bit about it coming on about personal development routines,
Mhm.
because we're talking about how AI can help personal growth and the steps and things. So, can you get into a little bit about how AI can help with a personal development routine?
Yeah. So this goes back to well crafted. So I could easily go into ChatGPT and say, uh, tell me what my focus should be this month, and give me 3 steps that I need to do in order to achieve my goal. Now, that prompt that I just used is going to give me a very, very generic output, because guess what? AI doesn't know anything about me, right? So you have to, in order to use AI for your personal development, you've got to be able to give clarity to your prompt. And when you're developing your prompt, you need clarity. You need to
Yeah.
be able to have it ask you questions. Okay.
Oh,
Yes. So, and a lot of people don't realize that you could do that. So, you could tell AI, help me clarify one specific personal development goal I want to focus on this month. Ask me questions to narrow it down and make sure the goal is measurable and meaningful. That is a prompt that has clarity to AI. So, um, while AI can be very generic, if you want it to help you with your personal development, you're going to have to spend some time talking to it. Okay. So, for me, um, I'm always busy with my clients, and I do want to grow and I do want to learn. So, my first thing was, well, how do I make it help me learn? So, in asking these questions to others who have much more knowledge than I do on AI, um, they were like, well, you've got to put clarity behind your prompt, because if you want it to be focused on you and not focused on in general, the clarity matters. um, Personal development isn't just about like your goals, it's about habits and beliefs and fears
yeah.
and all of those motivations.
So
As a coach, there's all of these different things.
right.
um, and AI can go hand in hand with coaching.
Mhm.
So when you go, and I say this, so if you get a coach, like you go out and you hire a coach, right? And you're hiring
Mhm.
somebody to help you with your personal development, they're going to ask you all of these questions, right?
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10, they've put you on the spot by asking you all these questions, and you're not prepared.
Exactly.
So you can go to AI and say, okay, I'll give you another really good prompt. Ask me 5 questions to uncover any emotional patterns, beliefs, or fears that may be influencing my current habits and decision. Then summarize what you notice. Now when I go into my call with Gloria,
Right.
and we're talking about things that I need to, fix, or or whatever I do that is right, I have a better understanding, without necessarily spending hours and hours trying to think, because self evaluation is hard.
It
It's
is.
very
It
hard.
is. It is. And as a life coach, we do have a lot of tools, and this is a new trend that is rolling out. And I am sure that other coaches in whatever discipline that they coach in have begun to realize that it depends on the relationship that you have with your client anyway, whether or not they even want to engage into to AI. It's not anything that you just automatically assume is going to be a great match, because there's
Mhm.
still people out there, again, with all the myths. But I do personally find it to be a very interesting new technology, new tool. And one of the things from a coaching aspect of it is I view it as being able to get a closer and deeper impact into the conversation and the things that you want to ask a client. And that's really how we're able to work with it, to make absolutely sure that we are generating something that is going to be specifically for that individual client, and not something that's being used in a broad span of everything else. So I can appreciate and respect the fact that it's not going to be used for everybody. And if they don't want it, we still always have the great tools that coaching has always had that are effective and that can make a difference and help people in their development and their growth. So I appreciate you highlighting that in terms of a routine of how it can work. But how does AI enhance the productivity? And if this is something you can just talk a little bit about before we take a break, and then we can come back and talk more. But how do you think that AI enhances the productivity to reduce the overwhelm, not only from a life coaching standpoint, but from entrepreneurs in general?
So there are a lot of repetitive tasks that we do as entrepreneurs. Checking our email, responding to emails. Excuse me. So those repetitive tasks, you can ask AI to, at a certain time, go into your email. You can connect in Chat GPT now. On the paid version, you can connect your Gmail account. You can connect all of these different things to your Chat GPT, and you can ask it to go in and read all your unopened emails and tell me what emails I need to respond to, and it will give you which ones you need to respond to. So it'll go through all those junk ones and say these need to be responded to right now. You can ask AI to let's just say you've got to respond to somebody, and it is, you want to be as diplomatic as you can be, and you're sitting here and you're writing and you're scratching out and you're writing and you're scratching out. You throw something junky in there and just say, can you please rewrite the following, please make it friendly but professional, using the same tone
Mm-hmm.
as what's written, and then it will come out with a polished version of what you want to
You're
say.
asking, and that helps reduce some of the tasks that entrepreneurs and that people have, if they know how to use AI to help that particular task. And the thing about going into your emails, and it sounds a little personal, but AI is very personal, and it will get all up in your business, if I can say it like that.
It
If you
will.
ask it, whatever you ask it to do, I mean, it's generated to do that. And if you tell it, look, go in my emails, pick out the ones that are outdated, what do I need to respond to? AI will do just that for you. And that's how we reduce the being overwhelmed, and people who let emails just accumulate, like you ever
Mhm.
talk to somebody and they say, oh, I have 200 emails and it's going to take me all day to just go through them. Um, again, using AI to do that can, and it's AI, it's not another person.
Yes.
It's your stuff. So,
And here's the thing too, is let's take the example that I just used. Imagine the anxiety that you're doing, sitting there trying to rewrite and sound professional, but still at the same time make sure that your message is coming across.
yeah.
That, and the buildup of all that anxiety as you're trying to make sure that you're saying the right things, that's alleviated. So it's helping the entrepreneur do these repetitive tasks, but it's also alleviating some of that anxiety and that stress that people get when there are, some difficult things that they may have to do. So, AI has, for me, the last year and a half, as I've been really sinking my teeth into AI, I've just learned so much about where I should use it, where I shouldn't use it, and the best way to get the information that I'm looking for out of AI.
And I believe that, and I can tell that in your particular situation, because you made the decision to embrace AI to be a service to your clients, and I can totally respect that. And it is helpful working with someone who knows, how to use AI in a way that it should be used and not abused, so to speak. So I can see where that has helped. And over the year of, like I say, you just really delving into this from a personal standpoint and taking it on. I mean, because I know you have experimented with the different softwares and different things that it does, and that has again been a great help, to the people that you provide service for. So, again, not to be intimidated by AI. It's not going away. It's just going to be more up in our business, in our daily lives, in everything that we speak, do. And I mean, even from the standpoint of judging what we even eat and all these other things, really, it's getting there. And if you are reading up on it and keeping abreast of it, it has a lot that's going to be even more expected of us to know about just in daily living, so that you're not caught off guard and surprised when something comes up and you realize, where'd this come from? Hey, it's AI. Well, listen, Doreen, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get more into the questions on how AI in this specific episode that we're talking about is going to help with personal growth and personal development. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more with Doreen.
Have you tuned in to the hottest personal development podcast, streamed live every other Tuesday by the incredible Gloria Sloan? If you're ready to grow, elevate, and upgrade your life, then The Gloria Show is your ticket to success. Gloria believes ultra-successful people never stop reaching for new heights, learning new skills, and finding true fulfillment. If you are looking for a fresh, informed perspective on life, The Gloria Show is here to lift your spirits and tackle the challenges standing in the way of your success. Join Gloria bi-weekly as she brings her energy, insight, and over 3 decades of experience in business management and personal growth to help you unleash your power and transform your life. From personal development and career transitions to self-improvement and leadership, Gloria covers it all with practical advice and powerful resources. Laugh, cry, and be inspired as you learn how to elevate yourself to new heights. Whether you're looking to become healthier, happier, or more skillful, Gloria's got you covered, so why wait? Tune in to The Gloria Show every other Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern and start your journey to becoming the best version of you. Don't miss out on the ultimate guide to personal and professional growth. Listen bi-weekly and let Gloria Sloan help you upgrade your life.
Hello and welcome back. We are with Doreen Harper, who is talking about personal development and how AI can help you in your growth. And I love it. She has just really given us some great information in terms of how it can be used for your personal growth. And so we're going to jump back into the conversation and the questions that we believe is going to help you if you are on a mission to become a better version of yourself, or to gain clarity, or to do the things that's helping you in making decisions. This episode is talking about how you can use AI to do that. So again, Doreen, let's jump back in with where we left off with some good information and some good questions. I think I was about to ask and go into the ones that how people can address the concerns that AI might make people less creative and less human. And again, that's another myth, because you talked about ways that it can help with developing things, but from your own personal growth, we're always looking for the tools that's going to help. And I know from a coaching standpoint, we want to introduce and talk to people about ways that it's a creative way, and it's not taken away from anything to make a person not feel real and not like being a real person.
Yeah, and see, I see the opposite. AI sparks creativity by giving us fresh ideas and prompts and a different perspective, because a lot of times we're looking at things through a lens, right? We've got our own beliefs and everything else, and we may not come at something with a open mind or a clear vision. And if we use a prompt in AI, I don't know, let's talk about, using again, writing a letter to somebody. The struggle in making sure that all your points are there and everything else goes away when you use AI, because you're given another perspective. Now, don't ever just take AI straight out of the box and use it. Whatever is prompted to you, you should always put your own voice to it. You should always read it and make sure it is something that reflects what you want to say. But when you're reading it, you're going to be like, you're going to have aha moments. You're going to be like, oh, I didn't think of that. Or, oh, that's really great. Because the more you use any particular system like ChatGPT, the more it learns about you. My ChatGPT now calls me D. It's like, okay, D. And it's DEE. It calls me D.
It gave you a name.
Gave me a name. And it's a name that my little sister used to call me when I was younger. So, so the more you use it, the more it understands you, the more that it I'm not going to say becomes you. It's the more that it understands what you're trying to get out of it. So
you use it every day, all the time? I mean, when you just automatically turn it on, when does it come on to be in your space? I mean, I'm just curious. You can tell me.
I actually do use it for affirmations. I'm huge on affirmations, but I'm not a writer. I work with authors and coaches, and I'll be the first to tell you I'm not a writer. So if I have to sit and think about affirmations and write them, I can't. Also, I enjoy journaling, but coming up with my own journaling prompts, I can't do. So every day I ask for 3 affirmations, and I let them know what makes me feel good. I let my ChatGPT know what makes me feel good. So they give me, it produces affirmations that are going to hit home for me. And I ask it to give me a journaling prompt. At the beginning of the week, I do it by the week. So I'll say, this week my focus is on XYZ. Give me every morning, give me a journaling prompt that I can do for my creative writing.
Wow. Well, I know that you were into AI and that you do use it a lot, but to know that, do you recommend that people who want to just have this as a AI friend? I mean, they can, and I'm relating this now. I'm gonna give you maybe, I don't know if this is a good example or a synopsis, but remember when is it Siri, the thing that came out with when you're talking to it and telling it to give
Siri.
you Siri. And I talked to a lot of people about that who had it. And I know somebody that uses it all the time for everything, find this, find that, and even from playing music, skip from jazz to give me some Motown. I mean, I know people who use her all the time, like a daily thing. They walk into their office or into their space and Siri, they have this conversation with her ongoingly. Now, is that kind of close to an AI? I mean,
Yep.
that's the
Well,
only
Siri is AI. So Siri is AI based.
So you have this software, this whatever that it's in your space, in your computer, wherever, and it gives you the affirmations. It just helps you. And from a personal growth standpoint, you really can validate the fact that this has helped you. And that's why you're able to talk to me about it. Is that correct?
Yes. And so I said it at the top of the show, I'm a lifelong learner. If I don't know how to do something, I want to know how to do it. And you can go and you can search and you can ask Google, how do I do XYZ? And you'll find YouTube videos and all of that other stuff. And you've got to sit and you've got to watch the YouTube videos. But I don't have the time to do that. So for me, I might go into ChatGPT and I might say, I need to create a spreadsheet that will do, I need to create a spreadsheet that I have all of the names. I need the names separated into 2 different columns, and I need to segment them by whatever they're doing. How do I create this Excel spreadsheet? And it's going to walk me through 1, 2, 3 on how to create the Excel spreadsheet. And because I've been using it so much, it will prompt me and say, do you want me to start this Excel spreadsheet for you? And I'll be like, sure. So me and my ChatGPT have a lot of conversations.
So this is like, I knew you were involved in it. I knew that you were heavily involved in it. And this is what has helped you to grow into it so that you can speak to why people shouldn't be afraid of it. But tell me about the AI and how it has helped to build your confidence and how it helps to build confidence, because, so many people are struggling with doing a lot of things and they're not very confident in it. And as you're talking about your own self and the things that you need to do, and I really appreciate you opening up, talking about how it personally has helped you and continues to help you. But there may be someone out there who is really struggling with confidence in general. And as we well know, that in personal growth and personal development, if you struggle with being confident and have maybe some low self-esteem, there's some things that you're just not really getting, and you need that. How can AI help an individual to build confidence?
Yeah, well, confidence comes from clarity and competence, right? So AI helps people understand like their goals and identify their strengths and everything else like that. And when someone starts seeing the progress that they're making, even small progress, confidence naturally just grows. So if you use AI, and I keep going back to letter writing because it's like the simplest tool. But so say you start off putting a junk piece of information in for a letter, and then it comes back in it and it writes, and then you're in there and you give your voice to it. As you see how AI is producing everything, and as you see what you turn out after you've given that AI piece your voice, you're going to start feeling better about your communication skills with other people, right? You're going to start, especially when you get a positive response back to that email that you sent. So it's a slow, gradual thing that happens, but it can definitely help boost somebody's confidence who may not, into the young people today, they've got their own language, and that's all I can say is it's their own language. Okay. uh, but in reality, when they go into the real world, and when they start looking for jobs, and when they're starting to interact with professionals, they're going to have to come out of their own language and go into the proper language. So this is a way for them to build that skill as well, as they're like, they can put junk in, and what comes out is something that's very clear, concise, and everything else.
So that we have a clear understanding, Doreen, about AI and personal growth. This tool and what you're suggesting and saying that it can be implemented and used to gain clarity, confidence, all of these things, but it happens over a period of time, don't you think? It's not anything a person can't just jump into AI and use the software and just start getting it to do everything for them and get there. It's a growth process that we want to be careful that we're sending the right message to let people know that how they can use AI for personal growth. But at the same time, being a life coach, I'm just saying that I don't want to tell anybody, you go ahead and you sign up for this and bring AI into your life, and you're going to, we have to be very careful how we address the need of it, because there may be someone out there listening that is saying, if I do this, what kind of guarantees is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? And we don't want to leave anybody with being unclear about what AI does in this growth stage of helping you to be better. Can you clarify that?
Yeah. So, again, AI is a tool. It is not a replacement. And let's just say, Gloria, me and you, I was one of your clients, your coaching clients, and you gave me a very specific task that I needed to complete, right? And I was struggling with the task because I'm coming to you because I struggle anyway, right? So I might sit down with AI, and I might say, I need to draft up a reflection of my feelings towards XYZ and why I believe the way that I do. And my belief comes from my childhood and some type of trauma that happened in my childhood. What is the best way for me to clarify my message to Gloria, right? And it's going to pop something out for me, and I'm going to look there and I'm going to read it, and I'm going to say, okay, that makes sense. That's my starting point. It's not my ending point. It's my starting point. Gotcha. AI should never be your ending point. Not when it comes to your personal development and everything else. It should be your starting point. Now, there are some things that AI can be considered as a starting point, and those are more on the technical side. And that's like using, maybe having it develop some type of software for you.
Right.
And then you still have to do a lot of prompting inside of that for it to come out to exactly the way you want to. But for our purposes, AI should be your starting point. It should be, okay, for me, I may want to learn how to do something, and I really don't have the time nor the money to actually go and pay for a course. And there may just be a small thing in that whole course that I might want to learn how to do. I can prompt AI and say, all right, tell me the best place to start to do the project that I'm about to do, right? But yes, no, it should never be your ending point. It's your starting point.
Well, and that takes me back to clarify that about it being a value-driven growth path and more supportive, and not something that we rely on. It's got to be value-driven. And again, I want to say that it may not be for everyone to even look into, getting into AI in the beginning, I would suggest that if you feel that this is something that would help you in your personal development and your growth, you know, let's talk about that. Let's get into life coaching, because life coaching and AI work together at this point. And it's not replacing the human connection, but that's what I feel like I'm here for, because as a life coach, and quite naturally, I am informed about AI and the tools, and I have accessibility, and I know how to incorporate them into my life coaching practice. But I would like to say to the audience and to people listening, so that they're very clear that this is a tool. AI is not replacing the human connection. It's not replacing the human connection. It's a tool that has surfaced. It's not going away.
Yeah.
It's going to
Not
be
gonna go
here
away.
with everything we're doing.
Yeah. And on your perspective as a life coach, right? Let's just say you've got a very difficult client. And that client is all over the place, and you as the life coach are like, okay, I've got this that may work for them, or this that may work for them. As a life coach, you can literally put in everything about this client and say, what is the best tool for me to use to help them get clarity? And it might come back and give you a combination of everything that you've already used and put it into one document for you. One of the things that ChatGPT does is you give it a prompt, and at the end of it'll give you, its answer. But at the end of it, it'll say, do you want me to clarify this more for you? Or do you want me to create this for you? So it's talking back to you, and it's asking you whether it is really, has it really given you everything that you want? So not only as, somebody who's looking to, for personal development, or a tool for personal development, is it good? But it's also good for coaches. It's good for them to be able to look outside of the box and look outside of the normal coaching techniques when they have somebody who may be a little bit off the spectrum of what what tools that they might have in their baggage, their bag of tools that they have.
And that's good. And I think that from a coaching standpoint, that those are the things when we are consulting and looking and evaluating if our coaching program is a good match for, the individual. Those are things that we share. And for coaching, for me, I'd like for my perspective on it, that the client or the individual has some idea of the things that I am resourceful to and that I have available. And so that it's not a surprise if I ask, would you like for me to engage in this? So, it would have to be a shared mutual agreement in terms of helping them to achieve and accomplish what they want. The whole purpose of even thinking about or entertaining it is to help them to achieve what they want to achieve. And if I am able to do that by using this AI resource, then that is something certainly that we can have the conversation about. And if not, then we will continue the path of, the old school of doing what still, in my opinion, still works, with the human connection being directly there. But I wanted to just make some clarity on the value-driven growth of AI and how it is a means of support. It's a new tool. It's not going away. And in my opinion, I think a lot of people are engaged in doing and having AI in the presence of certain things and may not be totally aware of it. I mean, I in my opinion, and you do agree, that there's some things that you're in conversation with the person, whether it's a written conversation or whether it's an in-person conversation, somehow, some way, something in that communication has been AI generated. And oftentimes people just really don't realize how much AI is totally involved in it. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of entrepreneurs use it. If you see somebody like they're giving away something and they say, type this word in here, in the comments, do you really think that they're sitting at their desk and looking for everybody to type the word and then sending that document or whatever it is, that free resource to them? No.
No.
AI is looking for that one word, and when that word is typed the way that they said to type it,
yeah,
you're gonna get your. Now try doing putting a different word in and see if you get a response, because you're not. That's AI doing it. Yes,
exactly.
AI
So like,
is for everything nowadays.
So we're engaged in it even unknowingly, or you're just not aware of it, but just about everything you're doing and touching in forms of communication now is definitely AI generated. And to know more about it, to know how it works, to know how it can be a support system. And I think we've addressed the ways to get away from the myth of what people perceive it to be and what it really is and what it isn't. But, all of that has been good. Well, Doreen, what we're going to do is I want, before you leave, and we will take another break and I'll come back, but you talked about the mindset shift to listeners, and maybe you have some things that you can take away from this episode that you can share with them, because we want to leave the listeners with something that they can use from this episode to make certain that we have given them the opportunity to evaluate this process and see, or to go away learning and having learned more from this episode. So let's talk about that. And can you help share the mindset shift?
Yeah. So what I'm hoping is that your listeners walk away knowing that AI isn't something to fear. It's something to explore, right? And when used intentionally, AI becomes a powerful tool that helps you grow. It expands your potential and a design of life. Truly. I mean, what one of the things, and we spoke about this, is I want, if this conversation hit home for people and they just want to test the waters, right? I spoke that a prompt is the way that you prompt something is how you're going to get back the good stuff. So I challenge people to use ChatGPT, the free version of ChatGPT, and ask it. We're at the new year, right? We're about to hit the new year, and everybody makes their goals and they do everything at the top of the new year. But try asking it to, and I'm going to have to say this verbatim, because this prompt is a verbatim, and I'll make sure that in your blog post we're gonna put this there. But in ChatGPT, type in, before offering any advice or creating a plan, ask me 7 to 10 clarifying questions to understand my specific personal development goal, why it matters to me, my emotional patterns, any limiting beliefs or fears involved, my lifestyle, current habits, preferred type of support, and everything else you need to fully understand my situation. If any of my answers are vague, incomplete, or unclear, ask follow-up questions like a coach would. Once you have a complete picture, summarize what you learned about me in a clear, supportive way. Then help me identify one meaningful goal to focus on the month and explain why this goal is important and align it with my values.
Great. That is great. That is great. Well, we're going to put this in a blog form so that if you are listening, we want to make sure that you have more information in how you can engage and get to know and learn more about AI for personal growth and personal development. So I'm certainly going to follow up with you in terms of that. But for right now, we do hope that we have given you something in this episode to inform you so that you do know about it. Well, what I'd like to do is take a quick commercial break, come back, wrap this up, and give you some more exciting information. Well, maybe we're not going to take a break after all. So
I don't know. I had a blip. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to take a quick break and then come back and I'm going to wrap up. Can we do that? Okay, thanks.
Are you growing in the direction of your aspirations? Did you know your life's journey is shaped by the choices you make today? Now is the time to invest in yourself to grow, elevate, and upgrade your life. In Life Skills for the Journey, Gloria Sloan offers a transformational guide to unlocking your full potential. Blending practical tools, inspirational wisdom, and proven life skills, this book empowers you to take control of your future with confidence and clarity. From decision-making to self-discovery, from vision to action, this book is your blueprint for personal growth. And now, you can go deeper with the Life Skills for the Journey Companion Workbook, a powerful tool filled with practical exercises, reflective prompts, and engaging challenges designed to help you apply these principles to your own life. Your personal development is your life. It's your evolution. Take the next steps in becoming the best version of yourself. Your journey starts now. With Life Skills for the Journey and its companion workbook, it's time to invest in yourself and lead the life you were meant to live. Available now on Amazon.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope that you've been inspired by this episode on AI and how it can help you in your personal growth and development. And if so, I want you to like it. And please follow me on all the social media platforms so that you can stay informed and have all of the information. As soon as we have things going on the show, we want to make sure we share it with you. So please follow me and make sure that you are able to know when and what we're offering on the show every other Tuesday. And remember, you can go to gloriasloan.com and get a free download with it's a free ebook, and it's Everything I Want and Nothing That I Don't. It's free. It's to help you create more clarity, freedom, and alignment in your life. And it will help you with an avenue of where you want to go in your own personal development growth. But if you go to gloriasloan.com, on the homepage, I believe, you'll see an information where you can download it. It's free. It's a free ebook to help you. Everything I Want and Nothing That I Don't. And this will help you to create clarity, freedom, and alignment in your life. And it will certainly give you an avenue to look at other things that can be offered to help you with your own personal growth and development. And, as I always say, ultra successful people never stop learning, never stop reaching for new heights. And that's what we do here on the Gloria Show. We are always here to offer the very best that we know how to do, to give you those things and the information to help you on your personal development journey. So until next time, I want you to keep learning, keep having the vision of who you want to be, see your future self, look at where you want to be. And we're here to offer you all of the skills that we can to help you develop those skills, to help you see yourself. I believe in it. I'm going to keep talking about it. And I appreciate you allowing me the time to come into your space to talk about how ultra successful people never stop reaching for new heights. They never stop learning. So until next time, again, keep learning. Thank you again so much for joining me. Goodbye for now.
You've been listening to The Gloria Show. Be sure to check out www.gloriasloan.com for more tools, strategies, and inspiration. And don't forget to connect with Gloria on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Until next time, stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep moving toward your best self.